Alright, hey you guys, it's TsubakiSwagg, and I'm coming to you with such a sad day because the last 2 chapters of Naruto came out this morning, and I will admit I cried a little bit because I was so freaking sad. Like, I was so sad. But these chapters were pretty epic, I have to say. They were pretty freaking awesome. So chapter 699, which is the Seal of Reconciliation. Tell me how it is freaking possible that they just so happened to land on Hashirama and Madara's hands doing the Seal of Reconciliation, like right next to each other. How is that freaking possible? But other than that, so of course, like, Sakura and Kakashi find Naruto and Sasuke like laid out on the ground, but of course Sakura runs to their rescue, trying to heal their arms, and Sasuke tries to like say that he's sorry, and Sakura of course starts crying, which is not unlike Sakura when it has anything to do with Sasuke. But then, like, Kakashi starts having flashbacks of when Team 7 was all together. And he's like, now they're finally back together. Even Naruto is laughing, even though he's missing his arm. But that's neither here nor there. So after all of that, Sasuke goes on this huge rant about being reformed. Which was kind of what I didn't want to happen. But the fact that this is the last chapter, I'll let it slide today. But he pretty much went on this whole rant about being reformed, and they put their hands together to make the sign to release the Eternal Tsukiyomi. And he was pretty much talking about how all this time, after everything he's done, everything that he's done wrong, every possible thing that he could have done to Naruto, Naruto still considered him a friend and still went out of his way to bring him back. And Sasuke can finally say that he understands now, and that he's grateful and happy that he has a friend like Naruto, because Naruto really does understand how he feels, even though Sasuke never wanted to believe that he did. Naruto really does understand like what he's been through and what he's going through, because Naruto hasn't had a family. At least Sasuke got a chance to understand what it was like to have a family, but Naruto never had anyone, and now everyone loves him, like genuinely loves him and cares about him, and he just wanted to show Sasuke that they could have that same love for him too. So everybody got released from the Eternal Tsukiyomi. What's their faces got sucked up into the jar. The tail beasts were released, and then they show like the funeral for Neji, which is really sad. Like, Hinata is crying, but we all understand. And then Kakashi has become the new 6th Hokage, which is pretty awesome. Kakashi is awesome. I was so happy. And after all of that, Sasuke gets ready to leave the village, and Sakura's like, well, Lady Tsunade is almost finished with your prosthetic hand made from Hashirama's cells, which explains why Naruto has a hand, because they made a prosthetic from Hashirama's cells, and that explains why it's all like bandaged up even after all of those years. So I mean, that's pretty awesome, the fact that they are so advanced that they can make prosthetic hands. But Sasuke was about to leave, and Sakura was like, well, what would you say if I said that I wanted to go with you? And Sasuke was like, nah, 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 this is not your sins to atone with. And Sakura got sad, and then Sasuke did the Itachi forehead touch thing, which would hint that he is going to come back for her, which is pretty awesome. I've been waiting for that moment. Sakura's probably been waiting for that moment for I don't know how long. Some years, literally years, like since they've known each other. So that's awesome. Sasuke is going to come back for her. He said, he told her thank you, and Sakura of course blushed. So as Sasuke was walking out of the village, he gets confronted by Naruto, and they have their little chat, and he pretty much thanks Naruto for being his friend and doing what nobody else would do for him. And Naruto gives Sasuke his headband back with the mark through it, and he told him to hold on to it. until he's strong enough to give it back. And then that was it. The chapter. I was so freaking sad. I was so not ready for this sadness. Was not prepared. But after that, chapter 700, this chapter was so fucking awesome though. I was not ready. Was not ready at all. Oh my god. It was so freaking amazing. And the fact that it's in color was freaking awesome. Pretty much in this chapter, they show Bolt and Shikadai and Himawari and Chandrai, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. They show like Guy and his little baby. They look so cute. I was like, oh yes, Lee is following in Guy's footsteps, which is freaking awesome. They show like Hinata and Himawari putting sunflowers on Neji's grave because Hyuga means sunflower, which I didn't know that. And then after all of that, they show Bolt talking. Like I said, I think they showed Bolt talking to all the other kids and telling them that he wants to play a prank. And of course, Shikadai, being Shikamaru's son, jumps in and is like, this is the biggest day, like this is the Gokage summit and there's going to be police everywhere. And Bolt, being Bolt, was like, Shinobi never gets caught playing pranks, blah, blah, blah. And then they show like Chocho and Inochi, which, oh, they're just so cute. All of the kids are so cute. And they look just like their parents, which is hilarious. They look just like their parents. And even Ino has a freaking weapons shop after all of this time of peace, pretty much, because all the people that become the Gokages don't fight with each other like that, because they fought together. So after all that, they show Shikadai coming home. You see Tamari and Guy, and he's like, hey, Uncle Guy. Hey, Uncle Gara. And Tamara's like, address him properly. And then you see like Kankuro, and you see a little baby puppy, and Akamaru looks so old. I was not ready. I was like, no, not Akamaru, because that means he's gonna be gone soon. That makes me so sad. And Kiba looks funny with his hair slicked back, but maybe that's just me. So Kiba got a wife whom I don't even know who she is. And then you see Choji and Karai and Ino inside, and how that rhymed. Choji has some jungle fever while you playing, because they look so cute together though. Choji look like a grown ass man. He's the only one that actually looks like different. But Choji's awesome. Choji looks so much like his dad now, and he even got like the full on goatee and all that good stuff. I was like, okay, go ahead, Choji. Go ahead, Choji. But of course, Ino is waiting for all of them, like the new Ino Shikacho to come back, so that way they can teach them their secret techniques. And Karai's like, it's really not that serious, blah blah blah. And Ino's like, even though it may not be important to you, it's important to us. And you see Inochi like hiding behind a tree, and then you see Akuma's son, and I can never remember her name. He is paying respects to, or daughter paying respects to him, and they're about to, well, she or he, I can't tell if it's a boy or a girl. That's really sad. It's a boy, about to go to the Hokage summit to be Naruto's escort. Naruto's so freaking awesome. You see Guy and Kakashi, they're sitting together reminiscing about the good old days. But they're not that old, though. I never would have thought I would see Guy pretty much say that he's old. And poor Inochi. Inochi, if anybody else has never noticed, Inochi was a teenager, a freaking teenager, when Madara was alive. So that's saying a whole lot, considering that he is still alive when he was alive when Madara was alive. And he was old enough to know who Madara was. And he was old enough for Madara to know who he was. And he is still alive? The fuck? He's probably in his hundreds by now. That's ridiculous. But Inochi's still freaking awesome. And I'm happy they showed Tsunade. Tsunade still looks like a little kid. Mizukage, she looks like she's getting up in age too. And so does Reikage. But B is still freaking awesome. B still has the Hachibi, which is freaking awesome, because B is pretty dope. I'm so happy. I was like, yes, B is back. But he was talking to Eight Tails, And Eight Tails was pretty much like, he's not, well, because he said that he needed to go see Naruto, and they hadn't seen each other in a while, and Eight Tails was like, well, Naruto ain't got time to be playing around like you are nowadays. And then, of course, I was so happy Shikamaru is Naruto's advisor, which we already knew that was going to happen. But Naruto is the 7th Hokage. And I was like, yes, finally, after all these years, Naruto is finally Hokage, which is so freaking dope. Was not prepared. But, of course, he knows how to do the flying Rasen Jutsu. Oh my god, he has finally surpassed Minato. He is able to do the freaking flying Rasen Jutsu, and when he found out that Bolt was painting stuff on the Hokage's face, it's like a certain somebody did one back in the day. He literally like teleported over to him and looked like he was about to beat Bolt up, but I guess he can understand, and he tells Bolt that, Bolt, I'm not just your dad, like, I am your father, but I can't be just your father now because he is Hokage. So Bolt really does act just like him, and they even show Konohamaru. He looked like a grown ass man too. I was not prepared. He looked like a grown-ass man, and I'm guessing he is, like, over Bolt now, because they call him, he calls him Konohamaru-sensei. And they even show Iruka. Iruka's starting to look old in the face, too. But Naruto is talking to Bolt and pretty much tells him that even though it's hard for him, he needs to learn to endure it. And he was like, you're a ninja, too. And then Bolt's looking up at him, and he looks just like Naruto. Like, literally just like Naruto. Which is so cute. So after all of that, he gets ready to go to the Gokage Summit. And while all of this is happening, Sakura's daughter, Chandra? Oh, Salada. Salada. That's an odd name. Salada is like creeping on Bolt real hard. So you already know what that means. There's about to be some love. And that's gonna be an odd couple, because Naruto and Sasuke are gonna have to they're gonna be related in a way, which is kinda odd. But I can already picture them being like old men fighting over children, and I already see it coming. So I feel like that's so freaking awesome. And the fact that, like, Salada, she calls out and Sasuke senses it, and he thought that somebody was about to attack him. He reaches for his sword and there's nobody there. So I think that's pretty freaking awesome. He has like intuition for his daughter. You better do that, Sasuke. So then after all of that, Naruto finally gets to the Gokage Summit. And we see everybody, like all of the people that were once like the Gokage's escorts are now the Hokage. Except for, I mean, of course, Gar, because Gar has always been the Kazekage since like the beginning of Shippuden. Well, not beginning of Shippuden, but you know what I mean. So yeah, so everybody's there, which is so freaking awesome. Oh my god, I was not ready for the epicness that was this chapter. And I'm so sad that it's over. And I already know this video is going to be hella long, but it's okay though, because I'm just so hurt that Naruto is going to be over. But we know this is not going to be the end. And of course, the last page, they tell a story about like Naruto when he was born, the 9 tails was put into him, and then he, with the help of other shinobi, he was able to channel the chakra, and then he saved the world, blah, blah, blah. And then that was the end, and I was so sad. I was not ready, but this chapter was so freaking awesome. Oh my god. I'm so hurt that after all this time, Naruto is over. But we know it's not going to be the end. We know it. I already know it's not going to be the end. So, as always, I would love to hear how you guys felt about these 2 chapters. But please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps out a whole lot. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.